That she's lost about 280 feet of altitude. She'll be looking at the horizon. This young lady, this gorgeous young lady, introduced to aviation by her grandmother, Mary Little Wayne, when as a small child her grandmother took her for a ride in a Cessna 150. Later she received flight training from her grandmother for a former test wing at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Yes, she is originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and that is very close by. All right, we'll watch from Melissa to show you some of that championship style. As out of the 5/8 of a looping maneuver, you know that to be a cat Cuban 8 maneuver. This series of a combination of precision competition maneuvers and then thrilling and daring air show maneuvers, including tumbles and the flat turnaround spin. Very young, very slow, very young, very slim, and very tall. You wonder how she can put up with this punishment. It is grueling in an airplane to go through this. It just equates to pain. It hurts. There's pain in these flights, and it takes great physical conditioning. What I've told you about Melissa and her husband Rex, they've got it. They are adventurous. They're always on the run somewhere. By the way, before this show, believe it or not, they were up in Alaska panning for gold, and they got a little bit of the gold dust. A little bit on the bottom of a van, I guess enough to have some fun. Okay, straight up goes Melissa. The aircraft stopped. When the world stops, it becomes full left rudder. A little bit of right aileron. Then the snap roll on the descending line in the original direction of flight. Choreographed maneuvers, one into the other. As she flies and pushes the stick forward. Rolls into knife edge flight. Sliding and torque rolling the aircraft. We call this maneuver the slort. Now, transitioning into a torque roll, backing up the aircraft, watching your altimeter, and then recovering at the pre-designated altitude to roll on a descending line. Again, without hesitation, or the chance to rest or get your breath, well, like a hard knee pull on your left. Watch now, it's going to get quiet. Let's fade that music for a minute. Oh, there's a few snaps to the neck and the back. I feel much better. Powerful like coming engine comes back in. The tail sliding down. A hard 90-degree turn, about 8 times the force of gravity, changing direction by 90 degrees. Setting up for a maneuver which is called the shark's tooth, which is not so much of an arcing turn as it is an angle, depicting with the smoke system the shape of a tooth of a deadly shark. As Melissa pulls to the vertical now, to get bearings, her and the other pilots always look out the side of their canopy. They use their wings and slice the horizon at 90 degrees. There's the shark tooth on the descending line. Snap to outside and quarter roll to inside. To do the tumbling maneuver, watch the tail and the nose, kicking right, kicking left, pushing the stick forward, inducing a stall. One for the volunteers, one for the spectators, then rolling into the roller. Snap rolling the aircraft as she maintains altitude, snaps to the inside and changes direction by 90 degrees. Holding the line, checking the winds for the next pass. Nails the bottom ribbon. Keeps the top ribbon in, Now, there's going to be a little bit more excitement as she gets ready to interact with the top ribbon. And you know, with Melissa and show business and Claire and her competitive style, well, it'll be even more exciting. Sydney, you got a lot of crosswind correction in the aircraft to keep it in between the poles. Looks like everything's going to be, nope, it was an attempt, and Mother Nature won that particular point. That's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you brush it, you actually touch it and it doesn't break. And sometimes at the last minute, the crepe paper wanders up and down. It is billed as an attempt. With me, Melissa, please give her a big round of applause for the attempt. And my attention, that's for sure, and yours as well. Here's a little salute to you great spectators on our Monday at Labor Day as Melissa acknowledges you by looking towards the audience.